Today's story is legendary. We're talking about the night Michael Jackson went from being called a has-been to becoming the most iconic performer on the planet, and it all happened in 5 minutes. This is the story of Motown 25, the moonwalk, and the performance that changed everything. Let's get into it. It's 1983. Michael Jackson is 24 years old, and believe it or not, people are writing him off. I know that sounds crazy now, but back then, the Jackson 5 era was over. Michael's solo career was, okay, off the wall did well, but it wasn't massive. He wasn't setting the world on fire. He was just another former child star trying to stay relevant. Music critics were brutal. They said he was too soft, too pop, not edgy enough for the MTV generation. Some even said his best days were behind him. And here's the kicker, his own family didn't believe in him either. His brothers thought he was wasting his time with this solo stuff. His father, Joe Jackson, was pushing for a Jackson 5 reunion tour. The pressure was insane. Everyone wanted him to go back to what was safe, being part of the group. But Michael had other plans. See, he just finished recording an album called Thriller. It wasn't out yet, but Michael knew it was special. He knew he had something the world had never seen before. He just needed the right moment to show everyone. And that moment, it was about to come. In early 1983, Berry Gordy, the founder of Motown Records, announced a huge television special called Motown 25. Yesterday, today, forever. It was going to be a celebration of Motown's 25 years in the music business. All the legends would be there. Stevie Wonder, Diana Ross, Marvin Gaye, Smokey Robinson, The Temptations, and of course, the Jackson 5. Berry Gordy called Michael personally and asked him to perform with his brothers, a reunion. A nostalgic throwback to the good old days. Michael didn't want to do it. He was trying to move forward, not backward. He didn't want to be seen as the kid from the Jackson 5 anymore. He wanted to be seen as Michael Jackson, solo artist, visionary star. But Berry Gordy was persistent. He practically begged Michael. And then Michael made a deal that would change music history forever. They said, I'll do the Jackson 5 reunion, but only if I can also perform one of my solo songs. Berry agreed. He figured, sure, let the kid do a solo song. What's the harm? He had no idea what was coming. Michael chose to perform Billie Jean, a song from the Thriller album that was just starting to climb the charts. But he wasn't just going to sing it. Oh no, he had something special planned. He'd been working on a dance move, something he'd seen street dancers do, something he'd been practicing in secret, something that would blow people's minds, the moonwalk. Now, here's the thing, Michael didn't invent the moonwalk. Street dancers have been doing versions of it for years, but Michael was going to do it on the biggest stage in front of millions of people, and he was going to make it iconic. But when he told people his plan, they thought he was crazy. His brothers laughed at him. They said, you're going to do what? Walk backwards. That's stupid. Even some of his dancers were skeptical. They'd seen him practice it, and sure, it looked cool in rehearsal, but on live television, in front of the entire music industry, that was a huge risk. Michael's manager told him to play it safe. Just sing the song. Don't try anything fancy. Don't embarrass yourself. But Michael didn't listen. He spent weeks perfecting every detail. The outfit, the black sequin jacket, the tight black pants, the white socks, the loafers. Every piece was intentional. Every piece was designed to make the moonwalk look even more impossible. He rehearsed for hours every single day, over and over and over again. His feet had to be perfect. His timing had to be perfect. His attitude had to be perfect. This wasn't just a performance. This was his moment. His chance to show the world who he really was. And on March 25, 1983, he was ready. The Motown 25 special was being filmed at the Pasadena Civic Auditorium. The crowd was packed with music legends, celebrities, and industry executives. This was the WHO's Who HO of entertainment. The Jackson 5 performed first. They did a medley of their classic hits. I Want You Back, The Love You Save, I'll Be There. The crowd loved it. It was nostalgic. It was fun. It was safe. And then Michael stepped forward. The music stopped, the brothers stepped back, and Michael said something that gave everyone chills. I have to say, those were the good old days. I love those songs. Those were magic moments with all my brothers, including Jermaine. But what I really like are the new songs. The opening beat of Billie Jean started playing. The crowd went wild. Michael started moving, smooth, effortless, controlled. He wasn't just singing, he was performing. Every spin, every pose, every gesture was calculated. He commanded that stage, and then at 1 minute and 32 seconds into the performance, it happened. The moonwalk. Michael glided backward across the stage like he was defying gravity. His feet moved, but his body floated. It looked impossible. The crowd lost their minds. People jumped out of their seats. Celebrities in the audience were screaming. Grown men and women had their jaws on the floor. Even his brothers, the ones who had laughed at him, were standing there in shock. Michael hit the pose, the iconic toe stand, one leg bent, one arm raised, head tilted down. Frozen. Performance lasted 5 minutes and 14 seconds. But in those 5 minutes, Michael Jackson became a legend. When the Motown 25 special aired on May 16, 1983, over 47 million people watched it, and every single one of them was talking about one thing: Michael Jackson and the moonwalk. The next day, Billie Jean shot to #1 on the Billboard charts, the Thriller album exploded. MTV, which had barely been playing Michael's videos before, now had Billie Jean on repeat. Fred Astaire, the legendary dancer, called Michael personally and said, "You're an angry dancer. I'm the same way. You're a hell of a mover." That phone call meant everything to Michael. But here's the best part. All those people who doubted him, all those critics who said he was washed up, all those executives who thought he was just another former child star, they were silent. Michael had proven them all wrong. Not with words, not with arguments, but with one performance. The Thriller album went on to become the best-selling album with over 70 million copies sold worldwide. Michael became the biggest star on the planet. And the moonwalk. It became the most iconic dance move in history. All because Michael believed in himself when no one else did. So here's the lesson, guys. When people doubt you, when they tell you to play it safe, when they say your dreams are too big, prove them wrong. Michael Jackson didn't listen to the haters. He didn't play it safe. He took a massive risk on the biggest stage of his life, and it paid off in ways no one could have predicted. That's the power of believing in yourself. That's the power of taking risks. That's the legacy of the King of Pop. So what do you think? Is this the greatest performance in music history? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, do me a huge favor. Smash that like button and subscribe to King of Pop for more untold stories about the greatest entertainer who ever lived. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep dancing, keep dreaming, and never let anyone tell you what you can't do. Peace.